Everybody deserves a second chance, even video games. Welcome to the Second Opinion Podcast, where the reviews aren't always right, but we are. We're here to give you the gaming takes you didn't know you needed. We've been deep in the gaming world for 17 plus years, covering all the news, releases, and drama in the gaming world, and having a damn good time while doing it. Just because some website gave a game a low score doesn't mean it's a fail in our book. We're all about giving games that second chance, diving back in where others quit. And we should probably tell you that we're real and we're very loud and opinionated, and 90% of the time we're completely off topic. But that's why you'll love us. This is your Second Opinion. Now, here are your hosts, Toaster, Soleb, and Bolts.
Welcome. I know I screwed up at the beginning of it, but this is a I don't know. This is like an early episode of the show. So if some of you are new to watching the show, we are going to start doing things a little bit different. The main show is going to be mainly done every 2 weeks. And the every once in a while, if there's some big news that is popping out, we're going to be popping in, maybe doing a quick episode, or maybe we're going to do, just things that we're just kind of bored about. We're like, hey, we're bored. We're going to jump on here, talk about podcasting. As you all know, I live in Texas, and there is a possibility of some type of winterization storm. I don't
some type of winterization.
I don't know what this winter is.
I gotta get the milk and bread.
Oh my God! Listen, the area is definitely freaking out right now. But I will tell you guys, I think that I don't think it's going to be as bad as it was in 2021 when that big winter storm hit. I think that there's a possibility of a lot of people in the rural area that are going to lose power. Hopefully, if we do lose power, we won't lose it for long. But we had to jump in and do this podcast because, of course, some randomness in the games industry happened. Xbox Direct happened, and a few other things happened as well. But before we get into much of that, we're going to talk about what have we been gaming. So, Toaster, my little toaster strudel.
Dad, no.
My toaster strudel. What have you been gaming?
What have I been gaming? Still picking away at Outlaws. I think my problem with that game is I can't be like, I don't know if I'm like the good guy. Like their missions are going on, I'm like, this is kind of sketchy. But then anytime I see an Imperial, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make up for that dude I robbed by shooting that stormtrooper. So that's how I balance the scales of justice.
Yeah, that's a good balancing scale.
Also, I made a sorcerer in Diablo 4, which is interesting. I can't tell if I ended up making Jesus, Chad Kroger, or Gayle from Baldur's Gate 3.
It was Gayle.
I don't know, man, but I named him Jesus. Cheezus.
Jesus?
Jesus. Yep.
You should have called him
the lightning-based sorcerer. He just walks around just throwing lightning balls at everybody.
You should have called him Jesus Rice.
Damn it.
Jesus Rice.
Jesus Rice.
Amar and Dante, I'm like, they're talking about like they're in that whole moment to where they're like, they don't know if they can cuss or what. And I'm like, no, you can't. Okay, well, what can I say? And Amar's like, can I say dadgummit? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Dante's like, that's a cuss word. I'm like, no, it's not. You can say that. I was like, if you want to, if there's a time that you get too irritated and you're, trying to let out your frustration, say, Jesus rice. What? And I'm like, it's not really a cuss word, but it's just like it's trying to make you understand that at this point in time in your life, you don't really need to be saying those type of words. So Mark comes to me later and says,
"Start laughing and forget."
Right? Amar comes to me later and she's like, "Daddy, I think I accidentally flipped off the couch." And I said, "Well, the couch is an inanimate object, so your finger, at times, your middle finger will go in a certain angle, and you may think it's a flip off motion, but it's not."
No, fuck that couch, man.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck that couch.
Fuck that couch.
You know
what you did, couch. You know what you did.
Well, it was that episode. What was
so many layers.
I was going to say, what was that? That was the Comedy Central skit. To where it was Rick James, and he was like, "Fuck your couch."
It was on the Chappelle Show back in the day.
It was on the Chappelle Show, yeah. So we're going to show you guys something, and I'm honestly kind of freaking out about it. I know I haven't talked about my gaming, but I think you guys know what I've been doing. I'm reviewing Final Fantasy. It is coming up in the next, hopefully in the next 24 hours. Final Fantasy Remake Integrated for the Nintendo Switch. Shocking how good it is. I'm not kidding when I say this. I really thought, I don't know if this is going to be good or not. I am shocked. It really, honestly is a stellar port. So, but we're going to watch this. I haven't actually seen this yet. And
you haven't seen the full trailer? Or you haven't seen the teaser?
I haven't seen the full trailer or the teaser. So,
is this the full trailer or the teaser?
It's 41 seconds. How long was it?
That's the teaser.
Oh.
That's just, yeah.
Was it on DC? Like,
if you're looking for like the full Supergirl trailer, you just do Supergirl trailer.
You think I'm going to do this in an easy way?
You were literally just on the page with the videos.
Exactly. Right here, right? Supergirl blast off, 30 seconds.
Or it's the Dreaming of Lobo. Do that one.
Dreaming of Lobo?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So. Oh.
Do you have any comments about playing Lobo?
Finally.
Bro. Wait a second. This is the role he was made for. He was never made to be Aquaman. He was made.
He was a funny Aquaman. I did enjoy him as Aquaman.
Yeah.
You know, but this is
this is perfect. This is exactly like Toaster and me have talked about before. I think we actually talked about this on the podcast before. When this first was originally coming out, and they were saying that there's a really big possibility that he wanted to play Lobo. I think Toaster said it on the podcast and was like, dude, he would be perfect. But now I want to see this other one, this blast off one. I haven't seen this yet. 1 second, Toaster.
So, yeah. Okay, you're back.
Okay, this
sorry.
does not look like this is gonna end well for you guys.
What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Kurton didn't die in a day. Gods are not that kind.
Wow.
Oh, he's such a...
Oh my gosh, bro. It looks good. I'm going to tell you this, though. I'm going to tell you one thing. And I don't know how people are going to feel about my opinion on this. Because in all honesty, as big as I'm more of a game nerd than I am a comic nerd. I get that this is the original, like, kind of comic look of her character. But I am going to tell you that
it's her character from a particular storyline.
Yeah.
And that is the Girl of Tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, okay. While I search this image up, what did you think about the overall reveal of him playing Lobo and how the direction of what this film is kind of leaning into.
I'm excited for it. I just really hope that they don't go super over the top with the differences in her personality versus, Superman's.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason she's significantly, like she's not as, I don't know, innocent and trusting as Superman is. And Clark, Clark he got to Earth and was raised by, two parents in the middle of Kansas. Supergirl, or Kara, she got to see Krypton go. Like, she had to deal with the repercussions and surviving that kind of trauma alone in space until she made it to to Earth. She was supposed to arrive and take care of Clark, not like arrive after him when he became an adult. So I think I think it's going to be an interesting. I personally haven't read the story that this is based on. I'm planning to, so that I can kind of understand it a little bit better. But I mean, so far, most of this, like the stuff that James Gunn has done with the DC universe, I'm starting to place my trust in him, man. Like, I really enjoyed the Superman movie. Creature Commandos on HBO Max is fucking amazing. And the fact that they're leaning into some of the things that made their characters so great, like the Harley Quinn cartoon, series that was on HBO. For me, the big thing now is like, well, who's going to be the DCU Batman? So that's what I'm really stoked about. But I'm excited to see this direction and fucking seeing Lobo, seeing an actor who looked like a comic book character getting cast as that comic. Like, I mean, this is the equivalent of like the Henry Cavill cameo in Deadpool Wolverine, where he was like, oh my, like,
yeah. I mean, I agree. I really do. I think it looks really great. But I will say, I know it's a little bit of a different direction, and of course, it doesn't matter now. But I think Sasha Calle's version of Supergirl was fantastic, and I really wish they would have used her as an actress. To be honest with you, and the reason I say that is
same, when like
I know it's based on a different comic.
No. What I'm talking about is
based on a different version.
I mean, that's the same of the people that are hoping that when James Gunn does cast the Flash, that he casts Grant Gustin.
I didn't like Grant Gustin though.
I think Glenn Powell would make a really good one.
But just this whole scene right here, this initial scene to where she's fighting against the soldiers and doing what she does, and then when she sees Zod come up, and she's like, "What did you do with him?" And he kind of sits there. He's like, "The child didn't make it." I was like, "Oh, bro, this dude's screwed, bro. He's screwed."
Well, in the overall actual Flashpoint comic, it's Superman that they find.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched this yet because I just.
Well, you haven't watched this movie, bro? You're missing out. I don't like. What's his name? The guy that played Flash.
Ezra Miller.
I don't like Ezra Miller because of some of the stuff he's done in his past, and I've heard multiple different reports from other people that he's kind of not the best guy.
What is that? Wait, what is?
It's a multiverse movie, bro.
What is Bat Flash?
Multiverse movie. That's like they had to make a Flash suit out of Batman's suit. But this scene right here, I'm not kidding you when I say it. Right here, she finds out she thinks that Cal is dead, and she just goes berserk, bro. She loses it, and it was so intense seeing it. I'm pretty sure we saw it at an IMAX theater, and it was just great. I mean, I was really surprised by this movie. My uncle is a really old school comics fan, and he even said a lot of the action in this movie was just like, dude, this is kind of what we've looked for in these type of movies, these type of scenes, and seeing her kind of become unhinged, because usually we in the cinematic aspect of things, we usually only see Superman at times become unhinged, as we've seen in multiple different universes or whatever. But when they've done it into the, like cartoon movies or the actual movies, we've only seen really kind of Superman featured like this. But I was really impressed with a lot of her acting. A lot of the action was just phenomenal. So I think that's the only thing that's kind of getting me now on a lot of these Marvel and DC movies is there's been so many iterations of them. It's starting to get to the point of being a little old to me. Like, I don't know really how I'm feeling about, like, I'm excited about Avengers Doomsday because I want to see the angle that they're going to play with Victor Von Doom. Is it going to be a different variant of Tony Stark? Or is it going to be, is it just not a coincidence? He just looks like him. I don't really see that why, if it has nothing to do with Tony, I don't see why they would bring back characters like, Captain America's Chris Evans. Like, why is he coming back? Why? I don't understand why he's going to be in the movie. I don't know why the entire cast of Wakanda, I don't know why all of them are going to be back. Is it going to be an end all, and then we're going to break into a new universe?
Are able to get all of the Marvel properties they own into one movie, which is something that every single one of us has wanted since, and I think, and I've said this in the past, I think the problem with the Marvel movies was the fact that they went big right out of the gate. They went straight for the Infinity Saga, and that is a fucking massive story. Wow. Yeah. And then they did it well. Like, they adapted this massive story arc very well into, a series of movies. And the excitement of seeing, everybody who's a comic book fan knows 100% that Cap can pick up Mjolnir. But seeing live action Cap,
seeing it live
and seeing it played so, like, the thing that made that movie so great is all of those actors were like filming those movies basically. I mean, it's the equivalent of like the Lord of the Rings, for Christ's sakes, with how all those actors are.
Listen, I'll tell you how emotional it made me when we went and saw Avengers Infinity War. When we walked out, I got in an argument with TJ. And I was like, you're wrong. They're not dead. Okay. And he was like, they are dead, bro. Like, they're dead at this point in time. They're dead. And I'm like, they're not dead. All right. It wouldn't make sense. Why would it make sense if they kill off somebody like Spider-Man when he signed on for other films? And we got in the car. He was like, bro, you got to chill out.
I came out of watching that. And
like, you got to calm down.
I was awful. I'm like walking out with my friend, with the monk. And I looked at her and I went, huh? Who would have knew that Spider-Man's greatest enemy would have been a Hoover?
Right? Oh, man.
But and then, and then it wasn't only that, but then they went to Civil War. And Civil War is, again, a huge storyline. And then, I mean, they landed Spider-Man for that.
Even though it was compressed with Civil War, it was still a really great film. And I think it was because you got to think, they did that collective story that was all interconnected for how long? 15 years?
Well, part of that was, they had to get the characters introduced and which by the time Civil War came out, we already knew, backstories and, what was going on. And
so that's what I'm getting at. Like, they built a powerhouse on that. So are we about at Doomsday or after Secret Wars? Are we getting a complete refresh? Are we getting new series? Are we getting branch off stories from the Infinity Stone saga? That's why I'm really thinking like this has got to be a send off for all the original.
I mean,
cast.
It very well could be like the Crisis on Infinite Earths type thing, or where like the DC reboot with the New 52. You told your stories, reset the universe, and get a whole new group in there. Which, like, I kind of hope that they just kind of pump the brakes a little bit. Let stuff simmer.
That's like the biggest understatement.
And don't
and
you
it's
don't
so
force
true, bro.
all of these series. Get a few series that people really enjoy, then do another What If or something like that. They did the whole Marvel Zombies run with this season of What If, which was awesome. It
was really great.
Then now you have also
then,
the changes taking place at Star Wars with Kathleen Kennedy no longer heading the stories and stuff up, and Dave Fillion is now. Is that what I heard?
David Fillion? Oh yeah, he's the head. Yeah. He's
for all
the
of
show,
us that watched the first season of The Mandalorian, we all kind of got the impression that this is just Jon Favreau and Dave Fillion sitting around a Star Wars toy box going.
Yeah. I think it's really going to be great for the Star Wars series, but with everything that is transpiring, I feel that I'm not going to put money on this. I'm going to put a beverage on this toaster. Okay. I am going to make a bet with you right now, live on the podcast, that if I am correct, and I know I've seen some reports that people are saying, oh no, it's not going to be Tony. It's not going to be Tony. Okay. Well, you know what? Ridley Scott also said that thing in that first movie wasn't an alien. Okay. So I don't want to hear it.
It's not an aliens movie.
So it's not an aliens movie. It has nothing to do with aliens. Kind of looks like an alien. I am going to bet you a pack of your favorite brewskis. Whatever that is now. I don't know. I don't drink anymore.
Vermont, my friend.
Okay, that's fine.
Actually,
but
I don't know. Does Texas count? Wow, that was a loud burst in my ears. Does Texas count as like Russian River Brewing Company's distribution area? Are you guys waiting?
I don't know. I'm sure I could find something
Finding
out.
the Elder. If you can find,
I have some big friends over here. Well, I think that's my bet right now. I'm saying I think that this is going to be a variant of Tony Stark. And I think that him and Victor Von Doom switched bodies in an event that happened in one of the comic books. And he went crazy because I think in that comic book that I saw and researched, they swapped bodies. And Tony was trying to be a good version of Victor Von Doom, and then Victor Von Doom was trying to be
version of Iron
evil
Man
version of Tony. Yeah, but I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see some pretty intense stuff on this movie. But I definitely think there's going to be mentions of Tony in this movie. They're going to say, "Tony, what happened?" or whatever, and he's going to kind of go along with it, and then he's going to, catch him off guard or something. I don't know. I really, honestly, out of the slew of great actors that it could have been easily cast to play a fantastic Victor Von Doom, I don't see them casting Robert Downey Jr. unless there is a connection of Victor to Iron Man. I really don't. I know what we've seen and what people have reported, but I just. Oh, and by the way, I hate you for going to that hockey game. Moving on from that, we have. Okay, I'll be in there in just a minute. We got maybe 10 more minutes. Okay. Goodness. Moving on from that, I want to show you guys this quick trailer. This is a game called Chrysalis, the Theater of Idols. And a friend of mine, David, is the CEO of this company. I got to check this game out at Summer Games Fest this past summer, and I'm telling you guys, it is definitely going to be something that is, if you're a horror fan, you need to keep it on your radar. Okay, so we're going to watch this real quick. This is a release date trailer that just was announced.
Is there supposed to be no audio?
Oh, can you not hear the audio? Can you hear it now?
Nope.
The audio's turned up.
Yeah, dude, there's something up with your audio feed because I can't hear it on a Twitch stream either.
Hang on. Did you said you couldn't hear it on the stream?
I can't hear the trailer sounds. Yeah.
What? Hang on. Can you hear me talking?
I can hear, like we're echoing right now on my ear because I can.
Crazy. I wonder why that's happening.
Did you have the YouTube video muted?
Let's go back.
It
Let's
would
try.
be Second Opinion Podcast without some audio difficulties.
Okay, tell me if you can hear it.
Oh, of course, it's this guy.
Open your eyes, mi amor. No es momento de hacer castillos en el aire. Every secret you've hidden, every drop of blood you've spilled. A prize for the God you so love. But you know what they say, mi sol. Donde hay amor, hay dolor.
Donde hay amor. I say. Coming out February 10th, the demo is available now on Steam. It's coming to PlayStation and Xbox. One of the great things that I'll say about this game is the really cool, unique style of play that it has. All the ammunition that you can use is pulled from your own
Probably
blood.
it hurts you every time you reload your gun.
Every time
you suck at
reload
shooters,
your gun,
you're going to be your
hurts
own worst enemy in this game.
It is really a unique game, and I want to give a big shout out to Bloomhouse Games and Verlamite Studios, as well as David, the CEO. I'm telling you, these guys have got something definitely special with this game. It was by an indie studio, and Bloomhouse Games have been doing really great things. So definitely make sure to check them out. So I'm going to have to start getting a little speedy here. I'm kind of running short on time. Who knows when I'm going to turn into a frozen block of ice because of this weather. As Toaster said, it really is. I mean, everyone is freaking out about it down here. And a friend of mine actually who lived in Massachusetts lives here in Palestine. And she said, I wonder if they would freak out this much in a different state that has this happen on a continuous basis. I said, if it's people from this area, from Texas, and they probably would, because they're just so not used to it. But I think a lot of people have this PTSD from this winter storm, and I'm kind of sick of hearing about it, to be honest.
Dude, I went to the grocery store. Like, the storm's not supposed to hit up here until like Sunday. And went to the grocery store. And It's like, you would think that we were going to be snowed in for months. Like, all the vegetables were gone. Like, there's barely any chicken.
Now, mind you, I can get y'all, and I can get northern Texas, because they're saying that northern Texas is going to get the most snow it's seen in a really long time. But here we're going to get like sleet and some icy roads, and they're saying Tuesday it's supposed to be back up to 40. So it's like,
while we've been chit-chatting, I have been
chit-chatting,
and you may be right.
Okay.
I
know I'm right.
A 6-pack of water.
No, you don't have to.
The prevailing theory is that Iron Man was the fluke, and in every other reality, Tony becomes Doctor Doom.
I like that. I really like that. But I'm telling you, I think it's for
you
sure.
have to explain why he
like,
stopped becoming, I'm no longer Tony Stark. I'm now Victor Von Doom. And it's like, what, did you like move to Latveria and just, I don't know, like a restaurant? Did you have a nice croissant over there or something? And then you were just like, I'm going to.
Well, I will tell you from the teasers that they showed, Victor Von Doom's head is extremely heavily damaged, and there's scars all over his head. And that's really why he wore the mask. So I'm wondering, how is this going to play out? What are they going to do with it? I think it's going to be something unique. Hopefully, it's going to be something we haven't really seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe kind of play out like that. So, as you guys
we
know,
wanted Robert Downey Jr. to play Victor Von Doom. We're not going to explain why.
We're not going to explain why. We're going to give you nothing. I would be so mad. As you guys know, the Xbox Direct happened, and it was somewhat of a it was like around 11 minutes or maybe 20 something minutes, or I don't know exactly. But there was some really good things announced. There was the Beast of Reincarnation, which is done by the studio that did Palworld, I think?
The Pokemon people. No, they did.
Yeah, hey, you watch your mouth. Don't you say the Pokemon
can't tell
people.
me what I can and can't ask. Gearbox, where's Sega's money?
Yeah, exactly. Big shout outs to Fictions, though. They're doing the publishing on this, and Fictions was the publisher on Lego Party. So shout outs to them. But Game Freak is making a game called Beast of Reincarnation, a one-person, one-dog action RPG, and have created a unique combat system to match. Emma provides classic, fast-paced action game attacks in real time, but Koo, which is the dog, offers an added skill that can be used from a menu that will slow down time. So kind of like Final Fantasy remake integrated, how you can do real-time action and then hold down a trigger and things slow down, and then you can do turn-based action as well. So we'll see how this is going to be. I don't really know a lot outside of what they've talked about of how the game is set. It says here Emma's role is to hunt down Malfax, but she forms an unusual bond with Koo, setting her off onto a journey through Japan in 4026 AD.
I bet you they have flying cars.
Futuristic. We thought the same thing, Toaster. But then
Fable. Wait a minute. You know what?
Fable.
You know what time it is? Because you remember the name.
Fable time.
Peter
Fable
Molyneux.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
It's been so long since we talked about a game by Peter
been.
Molyneux.
Oh man, and this is looking to be something really special. The Fable team at Playground Games took fans to the fairy tale world of Albion. I'm sorry. On the first in-depth look at the studio's brand new open world action RPG. So we're gonna watch this real quick.
How can I help you, boss?
Fancy a date?
Very impressive.
Kick and chaser. Wow. This looks really great. There is a little bit more of an in-depth look over on YouTube. You can look up the full
I love how that trailer
scenes.
ends with like Richard Ayoade's head just coming in like in a giant frame, like
right. Now they did say, I saw something online saying that the game is going to have roughly 1,000 NPCs that are unique that you can interact with. And that's great.
See-
that's going to make the game a lot more realistic and stuff. But at the same time, I'm like,
all right, look, if that is what they are saying is going to happen, and that is what gamers are expecting, then gamers need to get fucking over the fact that studios are going to use generative AI to assist in that kind of production. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I get being angry over a lot of the AI slop that's coming out with, like, some of that stuff, but think about when these guys hit crunch time at these studios and, they're working 16, 17-hour days. If a little sprinkling of some AI flavor, like it's treated like MSG, man.
Right. A little MSG never hurt nobody.
Like, if you want these large, expansive games, these games that allow you the ability to have thousands of NPCs with unique conversations and dialogue, that's not going to happen realistically with, having some guy writing software, sitting there typing away, writing the code for these dialogues. You're going to have to end toaster rant.
No,
Like,
I mean, it's
out over
the
Claire
truth.
Obscure
And
using like that. It was some of it. Like, dude, like, come on, man. Like, you can either have the things that you want, or you can just, sit there and be the angry person shouting at the sky.
Listen, I agree with that 100%. I think there's different forms of AI that can be used, and AI development tools can easily make the development process a lot easier and the crunch time knocked out. That's just like Claire Obscure. I mean, after winning the Game of the Year award, people talked about how, they use generative AI to help it. Yes, it was an indie studio that made a game that felt better and played better and was more fun than half of the AAA titles from all these billion-dollar studios
Who are laying people off
if we have
to support their AI.
who are laying people off. Yeah, exactly. Who are laying people off consistently. So if we really cut down to brass on this, Xbox, I mean, I've said it. I love Xbox. I love the company that they've become, of this whole slogan, like I said today. So is PlayStation and Xbox too? Because Fable is coming to PlayStation. It's going to be a day one launch for PlayStation. I love seeing this. I want PlayStation to start doing this with certain games as well.
I mean, dude,
but let's get down into the serious aspect of it. Xbox cut 27,000 employees and then reinvested $81 million into artificial intelligence. So with the same people that say that and say that they're irritated by people using AI, but then still go out and play Xbox and subscribe to Xbox Game Pass, I don't want to hear it. I get what you're saying. I do. And I always will support artists over artificial intelligence all the time. I will always support actors over artificial intelligent
100%.
actors.
But
no question. But there are tools that can be used to make the workload easier.
If you're
Plain
using
and simple.
it to create background animations, stuff that's flair, we'll call it. For instance, over 1,000 NPCs. Like, if you use it to help with the rendering of those, that's fine. What I don't agree with would be using that instead of paying voice actors to do, to read the lines.
Yep. I really 100% agree. And I think you said it the perfect way. I think that there are, I mean, it's kind of proof in the pudding. We can see certain things, kind of what is being said now, we see with our eyes. Okay. So like, use that tool. That's what I tell my kids every single day. Use your eyes to see, your ears to hear. When I am hearing what I'm hearing and I'm seeing what I'm seeing, and the game is unbelievably great, is fantastic, and is better than half of the stuff that is out there nowadays because they used AI tools. What is the point of chastising a team that is significantly smaller than some of these other large teams out there, and that who are possibly making a higher dollar volume compared to those employees at that indie studio? Yep. Give them a chance to make something great. So speaking of that, something great as well, there was another game that was announced today. We're just going to watch the trailer of it.
Peace. Serenity. Creation. Now take that creation and destroy your enemy.
Worms. Developer of Worms. Much OST.
It's a very unique looking game. The biggest thing is that it's from Double Fine.
So like you make a pot and that pot becomes your fighter. That's pretty nuts.
That's the type of games that I am down for. And Double Fine is always behind such creative projects. And this is what I'm talking about. You can sign up for the beta now at doublefine.com. And as well as it's so nice to look across that board and see Xbox, Steam, PlayStation. I would like to see Nintendo Switch, but as it is, I think that's a really unique style game that I'm excited about and I'm ready to get behind. Toaster, Double Fine has a slew of games that have come out before in the past that we have all loved. What do you think about this game?
It looks like it'd be a fun party game. And a fun game to like play with your kids and stuff like that. Like it, you know.
Yes. I agree 100%. And there's so much negativity out in the world nowadays. These type of games are what we need. We need that family time with our children. That's just like after this, I'm going to go in there, eat a couple of slices of pizza before, whatever happens tonight. I don't know. Watch some movies with the kids, play some video games, and just chill and, relax. But, killing, my son has a little bit of a tendency of playing, when he plays games that would be like this, he gets very animated with his body and he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, chill out. He's like, yeah, but he said, he told me the other day, he said, when you die and you're playing Fortnite, you freak out and you say a bunch of cuss words. I said, usually it's because people cheat. Okay. That's the only reason why.
I'm about to utter these words. But apparently Dungeons and Dragons is coming to Fortnite.
It is. There's a level in there now.
Star Wars didn't get me to come. None of the Marvels, but fucking D&D. Because fucking Destiny 2, totally. Renegades, 100% leaning full bore into Star Wars. They got the fucking font. My hunter is now dressed up as Boba Fett. I have no shame.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
But,
it's pretty cool,
before you go eat pizza with your kids and family, I want to talk about something that went really well with pizza back in the day. And that was everybody's favorite cartoon, He-Man.
Oh.
So the trailer dropped today for
That's
the new
what I
He-Man
was trying to
movie.
look earlier.
And let's play it. Let's throw it up there. Let's do it.
Hold up. I'm about to. Hopefully we won't get too many Spotify kind of gets a little crazy sometimes, but I got this on YouTube as well, so it'll be all right. My kids are tripping, bro. They're like, Jesus. I mean, come on. I said I'm gonna be there in a minute. Ding dong, ding dong. I haven't watched this either.
All right, here we go.
There we go. All right. 3, 2.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories.
Can you hear that?
Talking tigers, spaceships, and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god. Where I come from, that stuff is real. Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe. So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you. There's...
All right, pause it right here.
This obsession
Rewind a
with
little
nerd
bit.
stuff and sword things. It's not a good
Sorry.
All right, right here. Pause. So, apparently, there's some idiots on the internet that are very upset right now because the movie showed pronouns.
Who cares?
The funniest thing is, this is the greatest joke of this trailer. He literally has a sword that turns him into a dude named He-Man.
Yes. And that's why it's exactly this. When I saw you talking about that earlier, I was like, I wonder what he's talking about. And I saw this image and I was like, him. And I was like, He-Man. And I was like, common sense. Ding, ding.
Cosmic Book News, like garbage pile of a website. Like, they did their hot take on this. It was like, oh, this is going to be woke, blah, blah, blah. First of all, anytime I see somebody say something, I'm like, you're just an idiot. Congratulations. You know how to regurgitate buzzwords. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, this is clever.
It is.
Like, all right, carry on.
This is so clever. I mean, it's very tasteful. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get people.
I love how they got him in the pink shirt.
Yeah.
Salmon. That's
Salmon.
definitely salmon.
The salmon shirt.
Yeah.
nerd stuff and sword things. It's not a good look for human resources.
Oh, man.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Wait.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry. The sword's mine.
Huh.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
Oh, bro. Oh, bro.
What am I supposed
Dude,
to do?
yeah, man, arms. They even got Fisto in here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Fisto. All right. I just want to point out there was a character named Fisto.
Yes, I remember that. But I'm tripping right now, bro. This is looking visually on point, man. Let me hear him say it. Please say it. Yeah! Bro, that is sick as fuck.
You know who that is?
Jared Leto. Now I did see that. I
Which
saw that
potentially could
online.
mean bad news for that movie.
I don't know, man.
Although I was,
People talk shit about the Joker that was in the Suicide Squad,
hate
but
that
from
Joker.
my understanding, a lot was cut. That there was supposed to be a way bigger backstory between him and Harley Quinn and stuff. I thought it was a very unique take of the Joker, and I mean, he did it pretty good. Everybody hated on him on the new Tron movie too, and I don't give a damn what anybody said.
Apparently,
that was a great movie.
So that brings me. We could do a whole other show about what I'm about to say. But once again, a movie that supposedly didn't do so well in the theaters is suddenly blowing up on streaming.
Yes,
and it's always the same fucking thing of like, oh, this movie didn't do it. It's because nobody wants to go to the movie theaters anymore.
Yes,
it's too damn expensive. And honestly, the transition from screen to the streaming services is like a little over a month.
Yep.
And
And my thing is too, to add to that point, you got to understand, everyone, you know, I don't care if people say it's woke for saying this or not, but everybody still has in the back of their mind, they have PTSD from COVID. No question. There was a huge section of the United States that was locked in their house for quite some time. So they had to adapt. And as humans, as we adapt, as time goes on, things change. And once we had a time that the only time you could go see a movie was at the movie theater. But there's so much of an investment of your home theater for so many years. Now people want the ability of saying, if this new movie comes out, I want to watch it in the inside of my own home. I don't want to go to a theater with all these people.
Yeah, you know, I would like to be able to press pause and go take a leak, so I don't miss anything.
And it's like what you said. It is factual to state this is not Tron. The new Tron movie is not the first movie that has showcased that the theater industry is starting to die, because we have seen multiple movies that have hit the box office that didn't do well in the box office, that they said, oh, well, it's because nobody liked it, blah, blah, blah. And then it comes out to streaming and it's like number one on streaming. Everyone's rating on it is high. Everybody is talking about how great it was on streaming.
Speaking of movies on streaming, what's the over under on that Momoa Batista movie that Amazon Prime has, being awful or being amazingly good?
I don't know. I know, what is it called? It's oh man.
We're both just amazing journalists.
I'm telling you. Like, we listen. Isn't it the one that has Jason Momoa and has Dave Bautista in it?
Yeah, The Wrecking Crew.
The Wrecking Crew. Yeah, let me see this. I don't know the over-under on that. But I don't know. I mean, it looks like it might be a good movie. The popularity of it on IMDb is at 85%.
Oh.
Yeah, it's at about an 85% right now. And I should have just checked Rotten Tomato. As much as everyone, some people don't go off of that site. I don't know why, but it seems like everyone's saying it's good, or it's at least okay. And then the second movie that's popping up now is saying that it's okay. That was a straight to streaming movie, is the Rip, which has Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in it. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch that now. I forgot that was out. I'm going to have to watch that if I get a chance. I have power all weekend. So to kind of wrap this up real quick, it was also announced at this developer direct that Forza Horizon 6 is launching. Oh my God, that scared the devil out of me. Is launching May 19th of 2026. Now, this game will not be a day one PlayStation game. It will be a day one Xbox game, of course. And people are questioning why this is. I don't really understand why they're questioning this. This is kind of what I was talking about before, of how there's going to be certain games that they're going to say, okay, well, this game is done by our exclusive studios, but we're going to launch it on PlayStation and PC and all that at the same time. But this one is more kind of like, it's ours for a little bit, and then we're going to release it somewhere else. And I feel that that's what we're going to see with the next Gears as well. I think Gears is going to be something that they're going to take their time to figure out when they want to release it on other consoles. But Horizon, I said Forza first. Forza Horizon 6 looks really spectacular. I feel like there's not really a competition between it and Gran Turismo anymore. The Forza series, even outside of Forza Horizon, Forza Sport, it's just visually stunning. It's an unbelievably good racing game. And the fact that it is eventually coming to its competitor console is something great.
I did, dude. Like the minute that Xbox was like, Halo's coming to PlayStation 5, I was like, that's it. They're done. Console wars are over.
Yeah, when it was announced, that was just, when was that announced? Like officially announced? It was just a few months ago.
Yeah.
When that was announced that they're like Halo is coming to PlayStation 5, I was like, okay, all right, I see what they're doing now. This isn't a game with them. This is, hey, we're in it to win it. And though I've said some things about Xbox, I don't like the fact that they cut the staff the way that they did, and I don't like the fact that they reinvested a lot of that money into, and I don't know for sure, I'm not an investor, I don't know for sure if every ounce of the money that they reinvested into artificial intelligence was directly from the money that they would have spent on those developers to stay at Xbox. But I feel that over time, we have seen Xbox grow into the entity that it is. And I don't like the fact that there's been times that they've said that they're going to, hey, we're not going to cut jobs, or we're not going to do this and this. And then they end up doing it anyways. But we've seen PlayStation do that as well. We've seen a lot of these developers do that as well, because at the end of the day, we have to understand that this is a business, even though we would love for it to be, everybody keeps their jobs as long as they possibly can. But I think this is going to be a really great game. I think this is going to be definitely a huge success for Xbox Studios across the board. And eventually, hopefully, it'll come to PlayStation. I'm sure that it will. But I want to see PlayStation start doing what Xbox does. That's the gist of it. I want to see Spider-Man. We should have, it's been years now since Spider-Man released originally on the PlayStation. Bring it to Xbox. Bring it to Xbox. There's no reason why it shouldn't be on Xbox. It's growth. It's straight cash flow for PlayStation. Just do it. But anyways, I'm going to go feed my hungry children.
Mm-hmm.
They've probably already eaten. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Check back soon for more positivity, more gaming talk, and more toastiness.
Peace.
My little toaster strudel.
God.
We'll talk to you.